I want to use this little project table to learn some new skills. I will be preparing and spray painting the base, and I'll be building a brand new top using the existing top as a template. The table base is held to the top using these 8 screws. The veneer on the tabletop is damaged beyond repair. For the table base, I'm going to start by scuff sanding. Since I'll be painting this surface, I'm not looking to remove the entire finish. I'm just looking to rough it up. I'm painting with Bare premium paint from Home Depot. I strain the paint before it goes into the HVLP spray gun. This is the morning of the next day, and I'm applying the second coat, with a light sanding between each coat. Now I'm starting the tabletop. I'll be making the top out of this piece of Casuarina wood that I've had drying for the last couple years. I'll rip the wood down to 1-inch strips, and then I'll be gluing those strips together. I'm first going to glue and clamp 3 strips together. Then I can put these sections through the thickness planer and get an equal thickness for all of the sections. Here I have all of my sections planed to the same thickness. Now I can complete the final glue up. Not a problem, just need a little weight on the top. The wood I'm using has some defects, some bug holes, some knots, some cracks. I want to leave all of that character, but I want to fill in those holes. So I'm going to use a 2-part epoxy, and I'm going to dye it blue. I'm going to use a flush bit on my router with a bearing that rides on the top. That bearing is going to ride along the old tabletop and use the tabletop as a template. So here I've got my new tabletop clamped to the old tabletop, and I'm just using my router to go around the old tabletop, riding along that bearing. I just lost a small piece of wood off the new tabletop that's going to have to be repaired.
Huh?
Lost my roller. When that bearing came off the router bit, it allowed the router bit to eat into the old tabletop and the new tabletop, and it caused some damage. I'm going to have to repair that too. Okay, it's starting to look like a tabletop now, but I have a couple repairs to make. I'm going to plane this area flat where the wood peeled off the tabletop when I was routing it. Now I can glue a new piece of wood here and use my router to shape it to the right shape. I also have this area to repair. This is where the wood was gouged out when the bearing fell off of my router bit. So I'm going to just cut the edges flat, and then I'm going to use this chisel to smooth it out, and then I'll have a nice place to glue a new wood block to. Now after I've glued the wood pieces onto the new tabletop, I just need to use my router to get the right shape, and then it'll all be repaired. Here is the first repair. And here's the second repair. This will turn out just fine. I have some more epoxy filling to do. I'm hitting the epoxy with a torch so that the bubbles that form in the epoxy will pop and make a smooth surface. I'm using my electric planer to get the final surface on the tabletop. I've got this epoxy that I need to remove that's created some bumps, so I'll just use this first, and then after that I will sand to get the final surface. And here I'm using my router to get a rounded over edge. Off camera, I sanded the tabletop at 100, 150, and then 320 grit. And then it's ready to finish. I'm using a tung oil finish. It's going to be 2 coats. This is the first coat going on. I'll sand between the coats, and then I'll put a final coat on. And with that, the project is done. Learned a lot from this project, really enjoyed myself, and I'm really happy with the result. And I learned some skills that I'll be applying to future projects. Thanks for sticking with me till the end of the video. Appreciate it. Give me a like, subscribe. All of that really helps. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.